I don't really look at it as a competition. Me and Carson, we're good friends. I think the best 5 guys are going to play, whatever that may be, and I'm thankful that's not my decision to make. That's the coaches. But it's been good. We're not really. There's not really a ones group. There's not really a twos group. There's not really a threes group. We're kind of getting reps with each different group, everybody. So that's not just the centers. It's every single position. So being here, the privilege I had at Alabama is that we never had to change the playbook, even though I had 3 different offensive coordinators, so we had the same terminology. So being here, it's new tools, new terminology, so that's really the biggest adjustment. But other than that, it's been pretty smooth. I mean, I played with him for 2 years, so I guess it counts.
And how many OCs have you played with?
I played with Sarkisian my freshman year, and then I played with Coach O'Brien, and then Coach Reese, and then now Coach Day, Coach Kelly. I don't know. I don't really do comparisons, but I just really love the energy that he brings, and he's a brilliant offensive mind. But yeah, I don't really get into comparisons. Seeing some cool run plays, kind of the coaching points he gives us on certain things. You're like, hey, I didn't think about it that way. So it's kind of just pieces that hit your mind different, and really what works and what grabs the guy's attention on certain coaching points.
Seth.
I'm not. I mean, every team. It's 9 practices into spring ball. So you don't really know yet because, like I said earlier, there's a lot of shuffling around. So it's really about each guy just having to take the steps to get better at their technique and fundamentals. Yeah, right there at the end, that's really the key, is that last year happened, can't go back and control what happened, but this year I can put my best foot forward and be the best center or offensive lineman that I can be. And that's really all I can control now going forward.
What is it about Will and Devin that, I don't know, maybe is different that you've seen that maybe helps you a little bit? Was it something with the cadence, or was it just now that you're back on the field, you're not just doing workouts? What has it been that's gotten better?
I really like the verbal cadence. I think that's been really nice. As a center, you can get the time up, when you're going to have to snap it. If you get a wide 80, you have that whole thing to, kind of load up, and when you're going to snap the ball, rather than, waiting just for a clap. So I've enjoyed that part. But on the quarterbacks, again, I don't really get into comparisons. It's really just the offensive systems. I think, you kind of attribute it to, a golf swing. Like, imagine going to the top of your backswing and not knowing when to come down and hit the ball. So that was something I kind of struggled with last year. But now going forward, I'm super excited with what we're doing now. Yeah.
How different is this? How are you settling in, and how is the brotherhood kind of showing itself to you this time?
I'm absolutely head over heels, just so happy. It's been super refreshing being here. I love the guys in this locker room, like truly. Every single guy throughout every single position group has been so open and welcoming and just really loving. And they know that where I came from, and I think they have respect for that. And I hope that they can see that I can add to this team in a positive way.
I talked to your dad, and he mentioned how much you embrace the game. It could be a saying for a lot of people when you actually see it from the inside. What is that like to realize?
So, I've been on many teams, and, each team has its own identity. And I could tell the first day I stepped in here, that, the guys really do care about each other. We go through a lot of hard stuff together, and that brings everybody together. It's kind of just embracing the suck together, and I think the guys do a great job of, bringing people in, and they really make us one of their own. It feels like I've been here for 4 years the way they've accepted me, so I've loved that. Yeah, definitely. If you're doing this on your own, it's hard to even go do one of these workouts when you're by yourself. The amount of discipline and toughness that takes to, do it by yourself. But when you're with guys, I'm looking across at all the other guys in the room, and they're, embracing it, and that kind of motivates you to step your game up and not let those guys down. I don't know. There's not a lot different. There's a high standard at both places when I was there. But here, I think Coach Mink does an incredible job in the weight room, kind of making that culture around, fighting to be your best, fighting to take the next step. And, that culture of fight has just been awesome. And it really hits the mind good, and all the guys buy into that. Luke's a tremendous athlete. He's a good guy. He's, really striving to get better. And I think, all those guys in those positions really have to take the next step to do better. And I think they're all doing a really good job of, taking Coach Fry's advice and taking each step going forward.
He's an experienced guy. Luke's not. Yeah, experience on the left side. Inexperienced, but maybe ignorance is bliss. What has that been like for you to push forward between a veteran and somebody that right side on either side?
Donovan's a great player. I mean, he's been all Big Ten for however long. He started 3 years. With the inexperienced part, it all goes away if you communicate well. Everybody knows what they're doing, especially if you communicate. And if everybody knows what they're doing, then you're going to have success.
Hey, Seth, tell me about running the damn ball.
So I'd always worn this hat going through high school and wearing it in college. Last year I made my own NIL thing, and I donated the money to West Alabama Food Bank. And I think I'm going to try to start that up here. I have a hat that says "Run the damn ball," and we're going to try to figure out a foundation to work with on that.
Is there a better mentality for an offensive line to have?
No, I love it. I mean, that's kind of, embracing what's hard. If you can run the ball, you can win football games. If you can't, you're probably not going to win big football games. So offensive lines really have to buy into being able to run the ball and doing whatever it takes to help the team succeed. Yeah, that's a testament to his work ethic, and there is a lot to gain from having the spring ball, not really having the pressure of, I have to game plan for a game in a few weeks. Now we can really polish the techniques, really dive into what Coach Fry is coaching on each of the techniques, and figuring out how to apply those tools going forward. So for his ability to step in and go through fall camp and earn that spot, that's really a testament to him. He's a freak athlete. He's a tremendous athlete. One of the best athletes on the offensive line I've seen throughout my career. And, I expect big things from him, and I know he expects big things from himself.
Thank you, buddy.
All right. Appreciate y'all.